Hey guys, so this is another first impressions video. This time it's for Taron, and sorry for the delay, guys. I had a really busy Holy Week, for sure, guys. And yesterday I spent the entire day in the Kong. I had to drive for 3 hours, going there and returning there. So yeah, lots of stuff to do, guys. Sorry about that, but we're here, so let's do it, guys. Taron's skill, slow speed, usually pretty bad, inflicts 384% damage to the target and nearby enemies, and inflicts the Frosted for 5 turns. So a lot of people are going to underestimate Frosted, because this is going to lower the mana gain from the hero that is Frosted there, so it's like 33%. Most people are not going to notice this, but once they actually notice that the skills of their heroes are not going off as usual, they are going to remember that, because this is going to be very important for sure, guys. Taunts all enemies and increases damage reflected by 100% for 3 turns. So there is a difference between this taunt and Milda's taunt, because Milda's taunt makes the taunt go specifically to one enemy hero, and all of her heroes will attack that specific target. However, for Taron's case, Taron's activates, and every single enemy that is going to target only him specifically. So that's the difference between the two. So Milda is going to taunt a specific hero, and if that hero dies, the taunt is gone. While for a Taron, it doesn't matter which hero dies, he is still gonna be, luring all that attacks directly to him. So that's the biggest difference between Mildred and him in that situation. And of course, the freaking damage reflected by 100% that is insane, guys. I mean, yeah, I've seen it in action. It's pretty crazy, guys, for sure. People have been already, doing stuff versus the artifact that creates reflection. And the thing is, the artifact, the 5-star artifact that is like a mask, that specifically does reflection. And some guys, when they actually attack, they use that artifact as a way to eliminate the enemy when they're attacking. Especially where there's only 1 or 2 heroes only left in the team. Just with that, even if the hero doesn't do any damage, it reflects all the damage. Most of the damage, the percentage that it gives there for the artifact, and it ends up eliminating the enemy team in that case when you're attacking. So it is pretty amazing to actually have that effect, and this time with 100%. That is insane, guys. I mean, imagine if you do 10k on him, your hero is gonna take 10k, and most likely it's gonna die. So that's gonna be a big problem for sure, guys. Oh yeah. Taunted enemies can only target the caster. Only one instance of this effect can exist at a time, and it cannot be the spell. So what I explained already with the difference between Mildred and him there, and also the whole taunted thing. So if Mildred is taunting, it is gonna cancel out his taunting and vice versa. Passive: when taking skill damage, if the caster is not inflicted with frost, very important to note, then inflicts the frost for 5 turns. Very important. So it's gonna get slower. If the attacker is already inflicted with frosted, restores max HP of 16%. So in this case, unaffected by reduced enemy healing. So oh my god. So even though, in other words, it doesn't matter if this hero is not able to heal per se, it's still gonna heal this in that situation. So if you have this hero with Juki, I mean, every single time somebody activates a skill is going to pretty much heal in that situation. I have not tested that, but we have established before that Yuki's realm is frosted in that situation, so theoretically it should work. So I'll definitely test that just in case, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And other heroes that actually give frosted as well, it's going to make him heal a lot faster than usual. And 60% that is not affected by that is pretty insane, guys, for sure. But his biggest weakness that I noticed, guys, is the slow. The slow speed is a problem for him. However, that is fixed with his weapon. Can you imagine that? So yeah, the weapon's definitely going to be very important. The other big difference that I've noticed is that the taunt, instead of 2 turns like Mildred, his taunt is for 3 turns. So this can open up a door to that if you're using Ali in that situation, and he has his own weapon. And I'm pretty sure his weapon's stacked, so we'll talk about that in a second for sure. So let's talk about his awakens real quick. As you can see, I have him at +0 right now, but I will get him to +1 for sure, no matter what happens, because this +1 is so freaking powerful. Taunts all enemies, and reflects part of the damage taken for 3 turns when battle begins. So pretty much it's the same exact ability for Mildred. When the battle starts, you get the taunt out really quickly, but just like Mildred, this +1 is so essential for him. It's not even funny. So important to have. A Mildred +0 is pretty much junk. But once you get her to +1, she is a completely different hero, a lot more powerful, and Taron is no different there. However, there is a twist to this. Becomes immune to that for 3 freaking turns after taking a fatal blow. So so that's the big difference between him and Mildred. This guy is able to become immunity to death and do it for 3 freaking turns with his freaking +1. So that is amazing, guys. This +1, yeah, it's so freaking powerful for him. It's not even funny, for sure, guys. The +2 is getting 8% of all the stats and 5% less damage taken, just like Mildred, which is amazing. Taking less damage is very important for him. +3, enhanced skill effect. Taron's skill grants a shield equal to 20% of its max HP to himself and nearby allies for 3 frickin'. Okay. Okay, so this is something that Mildred does not have. This is actually something that Mildred does with her own weapon, but with more shields. But he also gives this shield to other heroes next to him. So if you have heroes like Antia next to him, for example, that's going to give that 20% shield from his max HP. And on top of that, she's going to have her own shield. So she's going to get extra shield in that situation. And putting him next to heroes that are very weak, but you really want to use their own weapons, but it doesn't really protect them like much. Yes, I'm talking about Holmes. Holmes, you want to use her weapon all the freaking time because it gives her 100% damage, crit damage for her in that situation. So you want to give her a weapon, but she is so freaking squishy. So you need to give protection for her, and putting Taron with his +3 here will add additional shields to her and protect her even more in that situation. So that's really freaking nice. The +4 is the same as the +2. And the +5. Oh. So these are the +5s that made me want to +5. Control yourself. You can't be spending so much. Come on. Enhanced skill effect. Taron's skill increases max HP by 100% for 3. So imagine this guy has 12k HP. All of a sudden, when he goes off, he has 24k freaking HP. And on top of that, when he creates the shields, he's gonna get from that 20% from that 24,000 HP. Yeah, that is a lot of shields for 3 heroes, for himself, and a lot of life, guys. So this, I don't know which of the developers decided to give him 100 freaking additional HP. That is freaking insane, guys, to me. Oh my god, oh my god. But as usual, it does not stop there. Enhanced Awaken effect becomes immune to that for 3 turns. It's the same one as the +1, and restores HP by 100% HP when taking fatal. So this guy's gonna have like 24,000. If you're a huge, well, even more. 24,000. You finally kill the guy. If you're actually able to survive the 100 damage reflect here, and then on top of that, he's gonna get the life again. And after, man, this is, oh my god, oh my god. No summoning. Don't summon. But this +5, guys, is absolutely insane. It works so well with him. He wants to survive. He'll get 100% HP. That's going to give more shields. And yeah, Yeah, it's pretty amazing, guys. This plus fives, unlike the last heroes that we've had, which have not have like amazing plus fives. This one is an amazing plus five. However, if you're not able to get the plus five, this plus one will make up for that for sure. But this plus five, man, that's so freaking crazy. So let's take it to a spin real quick. All right, let's go, guys. All right, so let me show you a few things here. So as you can see, he's already taunting. So all the taunt that is going on, it doesn't need to actually have a target here. So in other words, if you activate taunt, your heroes are able to freely attack whichever enemy they have there. With Mildred, when you activate her, you were forced to actually attack that target, and vice versa, the enemy team as well. In that case, let's see here. All right, so let's see if I can show you specifically him going off. Well, the enemy's killing him in this case. Let's see if he can actually kill him here. There you go. Let's do it slower here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So apparently he died. Let's see. Apparently he died, but I didn't see the actual life getting back. So I may have to check that a little later. Let's see. He is gaining life, and he is receiving the damage there. But if he had his weapon, he would have been a lot more sturdy in this case. So yeah, I'm definitely going to test that out a little later. Most likely that needs to be fixed in that case. But at his plus 5, he's supposed to gain all the life there. For sure. But as you can see, he was able to get the immunity for 3 turns. So that's really freaking amazing. Especially if you just want to plus... You just want to plus 1 him like I do specifically. So, I'm going to talk about his weapon real quick here. This weapon, guys. Oh my god. Shields the wielder for 20% for talent, increases mana gain for an additional 25% of mass HP for 3 turns. When 10 Naya stones are matched. This is super important because every single time I've seen this in the game, if it's by mana stones, this is going to stack. So this means that this guy's going to stack shields up until 60%. And the mana gain, he could go up until 75%. And of course, his HP 15%. He runs around with his HP so much. Refinement is going to be that. So I think that this is by far the best weapon for him by far, because it's going to raise his defense by a lot more as well. Not a lot of weapons raise his defense like this, but this does. And when the enemies start activating stones and things like that, he's going to get mana gain. He's going to get the shields that he actually needs to survive the fight they actually see there. Because the difference between him and Mildred does damage transfer and he does reflection. And reflection, he's going to take the 100% of the damage, but reflect 100% of the damage. While Mildred, she's going to transfer 60% of that damage to the enemy. So she's only really receiving 40%. But with this weapon, him going off at 75% mana gain, he's not going to be slow here anymore. He may be faster than Mildred at 75% mana gain. So, yeah. So that could definitely be an option. Other weapons for him, you could definitely try to put Gunno's weapon on him. Gunno's weapon is very good on that situation. It's going to give him a lot of shields. Malfort's weapon, you can give him Malfort's weapon, especially if you have an awakened. However, that weapon is going to give him more attack than defense, so that could be a problem in that case. And any weapon that could give him shields, if you're feeling frisky, you could give him a weapon like the Reason's weapon to create, no, not the Reason's weapon. It's Harold's weapon. Harold's weapon to give shields to the entire team, but he is going to get that 50% overloads, which I don't really recommend, but that is an option. And of course, you're going to give him the whip. So if you have the whip awaken at +3, which is the Reason's weapon, that could be an option. But it's gonna risk him to actually die in that case, in that situation. So that could be a problem for sure. All right. So the thing is, guys, that I'm gonna confess to you that I do not have any footage right now. However, we have an amazing enemy in War that does have this guy at +5. and we're going to attack him live right now. Whatever happens, I'm going to show you what I actually find with this guy at +5 in a freaking red team. So let's go, guys. All right, guys, so here we are. So we got this guy, and I already checked. This guy is +5, so we're going to try to take him out. This is a pretty strong team, and yeah, I hope I'll be able to survive this. Or at least show you what Taron is able to do here. But I will try my best to destroy this team, but I give no guarantees. I did put 10 stats on it, so it is supposedly going to be easy for me, supposedly, but let's see what happens, guys. I really don't know, but this is your footage, guys, for today. So I'm going to play at 1x. I do not want to... Okay, these are the 2 targets. That's nice. So obviously all these guys are +5, +5, +5, +5, and +5. But of course it is taunted. So let's see. Man, this is very, very unfortunate that this guy is frosted. And I mean frozen. There's a difference. And most likely at 5 turns. Wait, let's see. 4 turns actually. Okay. So that's a little less problematic, but hopefully we can actually survive this. So let's see. Look at this. This is strange. Now he's just kneeling. That is interesting. Why is he kneeling? Did you see that? Taron just knelt right now as if... Well, that is so freaking cool. So when it's my turn to attack, he kneels? Huh. Okay, that was weird. So let's give it a try now. Let's change to here. Since he has green, he shouldn't have 2 problems killing him now, right? Let's see. I'm putting it at 1x so you guys can see everything here. Okay, so we're killing 1 at least. So I have to wait a few turns here. So I'm gonna do this. I shouldn't have done it like that. So I lost 1 red. I'm going to activate this one here. So now we got... nobody died. Okay, no problem. So see, now he's standing. So when he has the taunt up, he actually does all these things. So something that I forgot to mention, this guy did not put his own weapon here. So he's going to get the shields, but he's not going to get the mana gain from his own weapon. So I highly recommend you guys get his weapon. It's really freaking powerful for him. And he is a slow hero, so he's going to taunt really slowly. So 1 down. So we're doing nicely here, guys. Ah, my God, I love that. He taunts and he's kneeling. I love that, guys, for sure. So apparently the 10 stacks are doing their work here. But I am going to have to do this. Oh, wait. I don't have any red, so I will wait a turn. Because I do need to actually have this activated, all these 3 activated to make this work. Here we go. Somebody... No! Oh my God, no. That was very unlucky. So now that he's taunted, he's actually stood up. That is interesting. So let me see here. Alright, I'm just going to activate Gillian here. I definitely need her. So since she's green, she's not going to get the mana from this. Okay, I didn't get it. Actually, I didn't get enough, so I needed just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so I think Gillian is probably better having a mana weapon, but I'd rather have her survive more than anything. Somebody died? Yes! Oh, that is amazing. So believe it or not, the next hero that I need to kill is this one. So I can ignore this guy for now. Yeah, let's ignore it for now. Let's see if something can happen. Oh, that's exactly why I need to kill this gal first. So let's see. Oh, it's already turned and not turned to green. Okay. I need a little bit more mana. Perfect. So let's do it, guys. So we're gonna try to focus on these 2 now. Let's see.
Return to the origin.
Yes, so it's my turn now. I am able to do that too, right? You will bear this pain. Oh my God, I love that saying. So 1 more. I just need a little bit more. Maybe I should have. Oh man. So that was close. So there's a little trick I'm going to show you. I'm going to spend a turn. And then I'm going to try. Let me see if it's 118. It's not enough. I need a little bit more. That's fine. Alright, so let's start this. So we're gonna kill this guy again. Here we go. We got it. So we just need a little bit more mana. And we are gonna try to kill... Okay. Now we have the stuns here. So let's see if we're able to... Remember, there's no cleansing to do here. Boom. So we're gonna try to kill this gal. This gal is so important to kill. We're gonna try to do it right now. Did you die? Please die already. Boom. Yes. So at this point, we're it's easy mode, and the entire fight. Luckily, I was able to actually do this. So the best way to actually use enemies that attacking enemies that use Taunt is definitely going to be Soul Link. If I didn't have Gillian, this fight would have been over, and I would have lost for sure. There's no question about that. So the good thing about my team is that it creates so many shields that see those little damages on the shields there. That is shield that is lost because of the reflection from this guy. So that is problematic for him. So he died there. Huh. You should have gotten 100% HP. So I have to report that. That is a bug, guys. That is a bug, and I need to report it, guys. That he should have got all of his life back by 100%. So let's see if I can kill him now. Boom. There we go, because I do have an immortal killer here. So very nice, guys. Very nice. So, these are the results. Whoa. So the actual damage reflected is counted as damage. So, as you can see, he does a lot of damage with the reflection, specifically. So if you attack him without any shields, like unlike what I just did, you may have a lot of problems reflecting the damage there for sure. Yeah, lots of problems there for sure, guys. So I'm actually impressed. This is the first time that I've seen a hero that taunts and does so much damage in a fight there. You're very cool, guys. So yeah, guys, I made it look easy, but if I didn't have a Soul Link hero, that fight would have been a complete disaster. And on top of that, I did put 10 stats on the guys to make sure he wasn't going to be a problem. Maybe if I didn't put any stats, it would have been well, if we didn't have any stats, that fight would have been a freaking disaster for me, for sure. 30k power is a big difference. And with this guy protecting them, yeah. And the Soul Link. So every time you fight a hero that has Taunt, you have to use Soul Link or a strategy to actually like take him out in that situation. And in his case, you have to wait for 3 freaking turns instead of 2, like Mildred. So that's a really big difference there. And you saw how much damage he does with his freaking reflection. I'm actually surprised that they added that damage and in his stats there. So that's pretty impressive, guys, for sure. Now for his badges is gonna give him 20% mass HP when the battle begins. So he's gonna get additional HP on top of that in that situation. So that's really freaking nice, especially if you want to counter enemies that are using Soul Link from the beginning. If you give him this 20% mass HP, it's pretty much guaranteed that it's not gonna target him first. It's gonna target 2 other heroes in the team that is not him. So in those 4 turns, I remember there, he should be able to be free of that Soul Link for that specific time frame. You really need a strategy to fight against Soul Link for sure. And this is one of the strategies, is actually making sure that the heroes you don't want to have the Soul Link on have the Soul Link on in that situation. So the heroes that you want to have the Soul Link on to have them in that situation. Wordplay. So for now, I'll probably give him this weapon, but I definitely plan to give him to +1 for sure. Now, do I think this hero is a must-have hero? I'm gonna say yes, guys. Yes, +1. He's definitely a must-have hero. He's another Taunt hero. For example, if you don't have him with the Mildred, let me think. Mildred, you're able to use her with Director N and Elmis. Both of those heroes together are going to fill up Mildred all on their own. Not as fast as Alia, but they do it very nicely. So theoretically, you could make a team that with Alia and Elmis and Director N, and then another team with Taron and Alia in that situation. So if you get him, and also you got to get him his own weapon for sure. I mean, his own weapon is so freaking disgusting. It's a must-have to get that weapon for sure for him. So +1, him with his own weapon, Alia. So Alia, him with his weapon, and him is going to taunt a lot of enemies for sure. Just make sure not to add a third blue hero. Try not to, because that's just too many blue heroes. Maybe. Depending on the hero you're actually adding there. Unless you actually want to actually pull in blue heroes in that case. So that would be pretty nice. I mean, pull in green heroes. So you can actually maybe use a red team like the guy a moment ago just showed you there. So it's a red team, but if he adds blue there, yeah, you don't want greens to actually be there. So nobody's going to kill Taron in that situation. So maybe Taron, Alia, red team. It could be an option. But the main thing is that now in War, you have the option to have 2 good, very good Taunt heroes in your teams in that situation. So that is an opportunity that you cannot pass up. Very powerful. And that is why he is a must-have for sure. Specifically, maybe not so much at bosses, maybe surviving versus some bosses, but in everything else in the game, he could be, especially on defense, he is going to be wanted. People are going to want to put him on defense. Having an extra taunter is so friggin' powerful, and he is a very powerful taunter for sure. I see some things, guys, for sure. Now for the awakenings, as I said, you're mandated to get this guy a +1. This +1 gives the ability of a +5 of some other pass heroes in the game, and gives a taunt right off the bat. So this taunt right off the bat is so freaking important. It is the key to make a good taunt hero good in that situation. Having the taunt right off the bat on there, so your enemy doesn't kill or murder one of your heroes while you're actually getting your mana up. And he is a slow hero, so he does need to have this up as soon as possible. So his +1, this is by far the sweet spot. You need to get this +1. No questions asked. Is not yeah, very important stuff, guys. The +3 is very good to have. It will add additional protection to him and your heroes next to him. So it's not a bad +3. It's not a crazy, like, oh my god, I had got a +3 for sure. Now this +5, it is freaking disgusting. Adding additional magic. Maybe you haven't noticed from the last fight, he survived the entire freaking fight, even if he was green. The entire freaking fight. So that means that I should have checked the I should have checked how much HP he had in that situation. I'm going to check again. I'm going to show you a screenshot right now of how much HP he had when he actually went off there. So yeah, you can see that is a lot of HP. I don't know how much HP it is, but it's a lot of HP. So he was turned green, and he was still able to survive almost the entire freaking fight. So that's a big indication that his HP was super freaking crazy. But he did not get that he didn't get that that HP back, so I have to report that for sure. Getting that HP back 100% is pretty freaking crazy, guys, for sure. But again, his sweet spot is definitely the +1, and if you get him to +5, it is highly recommended. This is a very powerful +5 for sure, guys. Alright, guys, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.